Girl, you just gonna hit the live without me?
Girl, you got new bracelets over there?
Mm-mm. These the same on the bracelets.
I got my jacket and hat on because I just came from Target. Them whores owed me $2.30. I was in there yesterday and they overcharged me for some motherfucking lotion. And I looked at my receipt and they had charged me an extra $2.30. And I noticed it when I was already out of the line. And so I was going over to the customer service line. But it was a woman over there. It was an older lady. And she was trying to figure out the computer. She couldn't have to see the numbers that she was needing to type in. So she gave the paper to the customer so the customer could read it off. The customer, she holding a dog and she fumbling around. And I had somewhere to go. So I ended up having to leave. So I went over there today. Target, I need my $2.30 for this lotion that y'all overcharged me for. Because the shelf said one price, and when it came up on my receipt, it was something else. I am not above going to get my $2.30. What?
You waste more gas.
I was on electricity. I drove on electricity.
You went over there.
Target! Give me my motherfucking $2.30.
You drove all the way back over there
Sure
for $2.30.
I'm gonna tell you what my mother used to tell me. That money is just as good in my pocket as it is in theirs.
What's up, y'all? Your boy is back. Guess what, y'all? I am coming back to your TV screen, your computer screen, or whatever goddamn screen you be watching me on. Make sure you subscribe to my channel at The Real Keon Stafford. Cause baby, I got some old nasty exclusive content coming for y'all this year, baby. So make sure you catch me live weekly. That's 9 p.m. weekly, y'all. So hit that like, hit that share, and hit that subscribe button. All at The Real Keon Stafford. And while you at it, follow me on all social platforms at The Real Keon Stafford. Like I said again, your boy is back. So y'all know when y'all with me, we gonna laugh, cry, talk shit, and have some fun. So see y'all soon. Bye.
Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow, because we discuss socially relevant things mixed with a splash of humor. If you know you have tissue paper feelings, this probably isn't the channel for you. And however, since you're here, I just need for you to do two things. Hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and turn on that little bell so that you get the notification every single time that I go live or upload something new. I'll see you soon. Bye.
So what you sipping on?
Girl, I love this look tequila.
Let me turn this light down.
I know it was
It's a little bright.
It was bright. Girl, about to blind me, honey.
Hey girl, hey. Hey boy, hey.
What's the tea, y'all?
Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart.
I'm Keon Stafford.
Keon what?
Lady Stafford.
That's right. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. They saying the screen is black. Well, where you tipping to?
I ain't doing this tonight, girl. You got production.
Girl, this is StreamYard's problem.
You got production ready because I'm about to sip my drink and then
This is a StreamYard problem. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, but they're gonna stop debiting my account if they can't get this shit together.
You'll never do this with nobody else. I always have to have problems. Are we back, y'all?
We back. That's a StreamYard problem. I don't know what the hell going on with StreamYard, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and tap them on their motherfucking shoulder like I tapped Target on theirs today.
Because I wasn't finna be going back and forth with you tonight.
Because that's $50 a month they charge me to run this motherfucking StreamYard. As I was saying, these are my thoughts in my voice on black shit. How much is your StreamYard?
The same as yours.
Oh, well, why are you saying that's expensive like I'm paying more than you?
Uh-huh.
See, so in other words, when we do these shows for y'all, this is costing us, okay? Thank you, Nicola, for sending something over here to the cash app so I can pay StreamYard.
Girl, I done drove over here.
You got your little hoodie on? Come on,
yes, honey. What Tika had liquid burns. Honey, I got my liquid burn shirt today.
Where you get this little hoodie from?
From the mail, the P.O. box.
Oh, somebody sent it to you.
Tika, Liquid Burns.
Who the fuck is that?
Oh, girl, she been watching us a long time.
Hey, Tika. Who the fuck is that?
Liquid Burns, she over there in California.
I met her before.
Yes, she's always on here.
Hey, girl, hey. I don't remember her.
Yes, Tika.
Wait, what was she sending? Was she sending products?
Yes, she had like the beard oil and she had the hoodie.
Beer oil?
Yes, girl.
Oh, beard.
That's why I said
You
beard
said
oil.
you said beer oil.
Beard oil.
No, that D wasn't on the end of that.
Girl.
Now, you know how to get to the D, but you didn't get to that D.
Girl. Anyways, Tika watches all
So
the time.
she created this for you and sent it to you.
This is her brand, Liquid Burns. This is her brand.
Oh, what's your fucking your hookah shit called?
Premium Clouds.
Oh, I thought that was that.
No, my thing.
Girl, you come in here with some other bitches, and I'm not saying bitch because you're a female, Tika. You come in here with some other bitches branding on, and you ain't got nothing for yourself. I thought this was your shit.
No, I just wanted to put on a hoodie tonight. I have a black one. I have a mask.
Yeah, you need to get something to say Liquid Cloud or whatever your business is called.
Premium
Clouds. Right.
Yeah.
And see, and I won't fuck it up with the name if you had your branding on here. She walked around with some other bitches. You think you go to Whitney Houston's house, she got some other bitches award on her walls? You think you go to Whitney Houston's house, she got some other bitches awards on her wall?
Let me tell you something. I can't stand this queen. And then you gonna say this hookah shit. Then you don't even know the name. Let me tap you on your shoulders, knee. It's called Premium Cloud.
Don't be so aggressive with my denim blazer, okay? I've had this since I was 30. I bought this in Houston, Texas at the Galleria Mall.
It looked like it came from the Goodwill.
It's vintage now. I've had it for 16 years.
Oh, you need to take it to the cleaners. It look a little black.
We do not look cold. The heat is on and we are comfortable.
It is a little chilly here.
Craig
don't believe in burning extra stuff.
Well, wait a minute. Who was it that said that about the heat? Y'all look. Shauna, send something over here to the Cash App or Zelle, and I'll be sure to turn the heat up the next time. Amen? That's how you fix that. Thank you, Melba.
I hope Tika ain't on here tonight. She always supports you, Craig.
Well, girl, she can't be supporting me that much because I don't remember.
But she support me, honey.
Well, all right. She must have migrated over to you.
I love me to some Tika, honey.
Hey, Tika, show me her stuff. I don't remember. I think she did send me something before. I do know the name Liquid Burns.
No, you didn't.
When you said it, I couldn't.
It's okay, girl. I gonna put you on the spot.
You already did. You already did.
Well, girl, that's the million times that you always put me on the spot.
Oh, you mean like yesterday when we were talking and I said,
girl, you know what, bitch? I called that hoe when y'all got off this motherfucking live.
Bitch, you talking about you ain't got no.
Girl.
Oh, that was really a Freudian slip. Let me get the rest of my cocktail.
Damn, girl, you got a deep throat tonight.
Be careful.
You finna have a good time?
Listen, we always have a good time. Girl. My bag is over there packed. I'm going over to Carlton.
Shantae being back in the town, girl. She'll not act.
And we're going over to Alabama tomorrow because we're going to a comedy show.
Are you driving over there to Alabama?
Mm-hmm.
Girl, put your phone on silent.
Thanks, niece. I'm gonna say all my thank yous at the end. Why? Because you be trying to hide yours.
I'll be trying to hide mine. I just keep my phone on. They send everything over there to you tonight. And I drove and wasted all my gas to come over here.
Girl, you blinking because you're lying.
No, I'm not, girl. You don't see nothing on here. Thank you. But anyways, Auntie, it's good to see. Didn't we go live last week?
No, we didn't, bitch.
We did? What happened?
We didn't go on Thursday.
What happened?
Your memory is that bad?
No, what day we went live last week?
We went live on like Tuesday or something because remember the week before that, Carlton and I were coming back from were out of town. So we didn't go live that week.
And I had my dad them came in on Thursday.
Right.
That's right.
Her memory is so ooh.
Girl, let me tell you something. It's been a lot going on, Craig. So charge it to my head.
Here she go. Here she go looking for an excuse. Here she go looking for an excuse.
To my head, not my heart.
Here she go. Here she go. Let me slide my end.
Girl, you got a lot of sliding to do, girl. Shit, bitch.
You need to get you some hoodies.
I am, Craig.
Or something.
I am.
I don't know if people gonna buy them.
They still buying the books.
Bitch, you better know it. They're downloading the Audible version.
Because I ain't heard you say nothing about nobody buying the books in a long time.
I ain't got to say. You see, I'm still living in this motherfucking house, right? now, the day you see me packing my shit up.
The boys ain't came over here yet.
Now, the day you see me packing my shit up.
Now, girl, I always have room in the basement. You can go down in the basement, girl. It's fully furnished.
So I can come sleep in your basement, but that little girl that was at your house the other week, she couldn't stay over there.
You know what? You're a shady bitch, girl.
So I can come
She
stay
stayed tonight.
Oh, but she can't come and stay.
No, nobody. You'll pay rent. You'll be a tenant. Girl, you'll be a tenant.
I'm not about to be the tenant of no bitch that's younger than me.
Girl,
Because
watch it now.
Wait,
let me tell you something. The Lord have a way of turning shit around.
So baby, them tables will turn.
They will turn, girl.
But I go stay at Angela's house before I come stay at your house. Angela, make room. But wait a minute.
Angela put you out first. And let me tell you something. Angela put you out first. Girl, you're going to have to come cross to your child.
No, because see, I cooked and I go over there with my food stamp. So Angela like all that kind of foolishness.
Oh, you got a food stamp, girl?
Bitch, yeah, I'm still living off of Gladys's food stamp card and she just got a raise.
Oh, girl, you know they're giving out that $350. You check her email?
I need to check my old card.
Check your email.
Somebody emailed me and said, you might want to check your old card from when you had food stamps.
Yeah, because you do fraud. And you got them people with stuff.
No, I stopped using food stamps a while ago because I'm not going to jail for no groceries.
Well, girl, I need to buy. Hey,
no, I'll use somebody's things. I'm saying I won't get them in my own name.
Girl, can I get $200 for $75?
Bitch, you out of your mind.
Oh, you do half and half.
I don't do nothing because me and Carlton needs these food stamps. Well, look, needs with an S. Carlton and I needs these food stamps.
Ooh, girl. Girl, got my phone.
Girl, who was that down there? You ain't saved this number in your phone yet?
Girl, this ain't bitch.
Oh, that's a cash
That's
app.
a cash.
You know when you first meet somebody.
messy
You know when you first meet somebody.
Girl, that's that picture, girl. Oh, girl, did I look like a modeler in that picture, girl?
You know when you first exchange numbers with somebody, you don't lock their number in yet. Just they gotta prove themselves when you lock them in.
I don't never say nobody's number. Bitch, it took me 3 years to save yours.
Bitch, I wasn't fucking you.
Girl, I know. Girl, I know that's right.
If I was fucking you, you'd have saved it the same day. Oh, let me lock him. Let me lock him in. But wait, this is what I wanted to say when I said I don't want to be coming renting from somebody younger than me. Where my folk that are older and you got a supervisor that's younger than you. and they get on your motherfucking nerves.
Girl, I had one girl tell me one time, I'm old enough to be your mama. I said, that's fine. But I'm old enough to be your boss.
And she didn't want to take direction from you.
I'm old enough to be your mama. And guess what? I'm old enough to be your boss. Bitch.
But see, some of you young kids, y'all be nasty to these seasoned older professionals.
No.
You know they don't really know how to use the computers and stuff like that lady last night at the Target.
Oh, girl, when I be at the school, girl, I'm so girl,
they're not good with technology.
I'm so glad they had gave me a little promotion, right? So, girl, I'm so glad because, bitch, let me tell you,
know you can't give a gay a promotion.
Girl, they be over there typing like this. Girl, I hate when they, and then I hate when they use their middle finger.
You know that wasn't their era. They don't know how to do that.
Child.
My girl Powerful says she tell her boss's ass off.
Let me tell you something about you seasoned queens.
Mm-hmm.
You seasoned queens need to listen to us younger queens that be teaching y'all something, because this is a new generation, honey.
Keep telling your story. That was to me.
Oh, this is
she can't even stay focused.
This is a new generation, honey, and we got to teach y'all older people stuff. I was talking.
Teach me
my grandma and my uncle, everybody was at everybody came over my house this weekend and whatever. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were just talking about different things, and one thing came up in the conversation was, I don't think my generation or
what's your generation again?
I'm a millennial and you're a baby boomer, so it's
no, bitch. I'm Generation X, bitch.
You Generation X. So my grandmother was a baby boomer.
What are you?
I'm a millennial. I ain't Gen Z, bitch. I'm a millennial, honey.
Are you a millennial?
I am a millennial. Bitch, we go through this every week.
Well, what's Carlton? Gen Z?
No, Carlton a millennial too. Me and him in the same age bracket.
Okay, go
You know,
ahead.
you robbing the cradle. You know, you're old enough to be his daddy. But girl, we ain't gonna talk about that tonight.
Wait.
That's the difference.
What's...
Girl! You don't let me finish the story.
Girl, you take so long to land the plane, girl. Land the plane.
Well, girl, let me land it real
Go
quick.
ahead. What's the story?
So we was talking, I was telling my grandmother, because how our generation is, I don't think we would be able to go through slavery or go through the things that they were able to
Somebody
do.
said that the other day.
Go through what they went through. Like, we have so much freedom of, and I told my grandma and uncle, I said, you know what, I thank your generation and thank y'all for paving the way for us. But had that been us, all our ass would have been dead.
Well, first of all, let me say this. I had this conversation the other day with somebody, and he said, I think it was Elliot. He said the same exact thing. He said, I don't think I could have survived back then. I said, well, you know, everybody who grew up in this era loves to believe that they would have been some militant Nat Turner type person.
Mm-hmm.
But no, some of y'all would have just been some house niggas.
Right.
Because you would have been groomed to be subservient.
Right.
You wouldn't necessarily. Girl, what are you doing with this
I
device?
was going to go live.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't necessarily be the person that you wouldn't have the personality that you have now, per se.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it just depends. Baby boomers is 1940 to 1965, you bitch.
Well, girl, you there? Girl.
Bitch, I was not born. I was born well after 1965.
What year you was born, Craig?
76, whore.
Well, bitch, that's right there.
That's a whole
You
11 years later.
You knocking on the door. But however, what I was saying is this.
1997 through 2012 is Gen Z.
It's Gen Z, right? But so what's the generation after? What do they call the generation now? If that was Gen Z,
Bitch, you was been looking it up.
I don't know. But what I was gonna say was,
Y'all follow me on Craig the Writer Stewart.
bitch, don't be coming up here advertising.
You ain't got number 3 people over there watching.
Don't worry about it. No, seriously, I don't think that we could have survived, Craig. I don't know, because here's the thing.
Millennials are 80.
Our generation now is quick to pop off,
But that's because that's the world that you grew up in. But bitch, if you were slaves, honey, y'all be sitting right there moving.
I don't think so, Craig. I think so. If you put out, so listen to me now. If you put our generation that we are in now, right?
I'm listening.
Back when Martin Luther King was walking, marching, whatever he was doing, Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks and stuff like that. If you let, I don't see us doing that, Craig. I don't see my generation having to.
Thank you,
pick a different water fountain to go to.
No, bitch, you would have during that time. Oh, bitch, at that time you would have.
If you put us now,
okay.
For those who are watching.
Okay, so if they pick your generation up,
right,
and put you back there, then yeah, y'all would be like that.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if you were born during that time, no, bitch, you'd be subservient.
I said pick us up now.
Oh, bitch, you pick me up and put me back there, bitch. I'm fighting every white bitch I see.
No, girl, that'll kill you. Shit. Girl, because you're more closer to them, Craig.
First of all, when you use the word more, you don't need to put the ER on more.
Y'all paved the way for us.
Bitch, let me explain something. I don't play with white folks today, so I know I would have played with them 20
But
years
what I'm
ago.
saying is, Craig, y'all have paved the way for us, is what I'm saying.
No. If you're gonna go with that whole theory and philosophy, what I'm telling you is I would have been a different person.
What would have been different from you from then to now, Craig?
I would have been giving them hell then like I give them hell now.
But you damn near knocking on the door with baby boomers. So what I'm saying, I'm not trying to be shady. No, what I'm saying is, Craig, listen to me.
Did y'all hit the like button and the share button and subscribe?
No, listen to me, bitch. This is what I want you to listen to. Pick me and you up right now and put us back.
And Takai said your ass would have been right in the back of the bus, bitch. You'd have been sitting.
Y'all bitches would never put me. No.
Look, you'd have been hiding behind Rosa Parks. Talking about, go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl.
I would tell Rosa, get your motherfucking ass up, Rosa.
No, why would Rosa have to do it? Why would Rosa have to do it?
You stand up to that bitch.
No, you such a bad bitch. Why Rosa got to get up on her orthopedic shoes?
Me being who I am today, I would have stood up for Rosa. I would have. Let me tell you something. I will stand up for you. I just said that, girl. If we ever get into it, girl, I'm gonna have to step in front of you. Goes, bitch, I don't think a bitch like you can fight. You'll go wheeling. Girl, I have to step in for you, my auntie.
You keep on hanging out.
Craig, let me tell you something. No, seriously. Now, let me tell you something. I ain't the baddest bitch in the world.
But if you listen,
look,
I may not whip your ass, but you gonna know I was on yours.
But let me tell you something. I personally couldn't see a bitch trying to check you in front of me. I can't see it because.
So you don't think about security? Is that what you're saying?
So what I'm saying is because I love Craig. Craig is like my gay dad, my gay uncle. You know, so I love Craig. So if a bitch gets smart with you in front of me, no, that's not how it's gonna go down. No, I can't see that.
What you gonna say? Wait a minute, bitch. What you just said?
Excuse me? Hold on. I can't see that even though you would try to defend yourself.
Try?
Well, even though
I would try to defend myself. This bitch thinks she's the baddest thing moving.
No,
let me tell you Miami hoes something. You Miami bitches.
No,
y'all think y'all the baddest things moving.
No, we don't think we no. But that's just how I am. Like this is like so. Okay, let's say we were out, right? We was out at the pump bar, as you would say, and a bitch tried you. I know you would. Let me not use the word try. I know you would defend yourself, but I would have to step in. Like, hold on, wait, that bitch got shit fucked up. Hold on, that bitch belongs to me. That old hoe belongs to me. So I have to fight you bitches for my auntie.
Wait a minute. Why would you? Wait. So I would try to defend myself.
Not, bitch. You know what I mean.
Oh God.
Hey, Crystal.
Okay, let me see. Oh, there's a good question. But let me read my girl.
We're gonna switch the gears in a minute.
Let me go.
I just had to get that
let
off
me
my
see
chest.
what my girl
try to defend
said. She said, I finally caught you both live. So excited and loving it. Normally have to catch the replay. So proud of you, of all your accomplishments, Craig. The house is beautiful. Love you, Keon. Thank you,
I
Sheree.
love you too. I love you, Sheree.
Okay, so somebody up here said, would y'all have been openly gay slaves? Come on now, Turner.
Yes, ma'am. Look, I would walk just like this. Master.
You'd have been. Oh, first of all, so you would have been a slave. Talk about master.
No.
What would you have done?
Look, I would have walked my happy-go-lucky ass around there like this. Master. We finna do all this shit. I would pose just like that. Look, we finna do all this shit up in here like that.
Wait, you would have done
what? I would
what?
cut their leg back like that. You know, a bitch act like they parent toe bow-legged. Great.
First of all, your master would be like, oh yeah, we need to sell this one right here because I don't think he gonna do.
Look, whatever said, Craig.
I'm gonna have to sell this one.
No, but no,
because he out there in the shed and they fucking all the other the men.
Look, bitch. Let me tell you something. If I was better,
and now,
let me kill all y'all bitch.
Look, and now them,
I've been just like this.
And now them nigga queens out there don't want to pull no cotton because they think they too prissy. Them nigga queens.
What shit, Greg?
Them nigga queens.
Them nigga queens.
Because this one out here fucking all of the slaves. So now all them nigga queens out there, they think they too good to be picking cotton.
They think they too be good. Look, I would have to set the standard. Look, I would have to go up in there like trade. Craig, I would have to go up in there like trade.
But but please believe, trust, believe, and know. There were definitely white slave owners who were fucking some of the men too now. They weren't just raping women.
What gay been out?
Been out. He said it like it's a car. It been out. Wait a minute. Wait. It been out.
Somebody said that earlier, Craig. At the at the school today, somebody said to me,
I knew you worked at that dumb school.
No.
School.
She said to me, she said, I always know when somebody can ask me a gay question. She said, she looked around, she said,
what she do?
She looked around, she said, she had her hair like this. Look, she had the hair like this. She said, can I ask you something?
No, girl, you can't.
No, I said, what is it? I already know it going. She said, I just want to know. She said, my friend has a man. I said, okay. She said, but he like fucking trannies. I said, we're gonna say transgender.
Right.
She said he like fucking, trannies or whatever, right? So I said, well, she said, do you consider that as gay?
Mm-hmm.
Pause. Remember we had this conversation.
What you think
I said, Craig?
Well, when we had the conversation, you said, yeah, that's gay. And I said, I don't think that that's gay because there are men who enjoy having sex with trans women, but they don't want to mess around with a man.
Okay.
And I think I personally, God knows we don't need to add no more letters to the LGBTQIA+, but I think there's a different category for men who sleep with trans women. I don't think that that's gay.
So I had to break it down.
I think it's something else.
And I use what we talked about a few weeks ago. What I said to her was, I said, my opinion is, I said, even though I know he's attractive to her femme side, I said, but, and however, I said, when they get in the bedroom, I said, when she come fully naked, I say, at the end of the day, she still have a penis. I said, so I'm pretty sure he'd have sucked it. She said, I thought the same.
So you done relegated him to so that's just like if I start having sex with women now, that doesn't make me straight. Just like when you were fucking them girls back in the day, you were a fag.
No, Craig.
You were a fag then and you're a fag now. Now listen, if you are not a part of the community, you can't be using words like
well, I said that just me and my sister, we had
one of my friends in Maryland, she messaged me.
I said, baby, you can't say that.
Right.
I said, you can't say the word.
So like that, you know, I love to play, and I said, but you know, listen, if you're not part of the community, you can't say that, okay? But
bitch, don't be tapping me off.
if I go and have sex with women right now, I'm still gay. I'm just a gay boy that's having sex.
Would you think you consider yourself a bisexual?
Fuck no. Because I'm not attracted to women and men sexually.
Well, you're a golden girl. You never had any pussy anyway.
I'm a what?
Golden. Yeah, that means you never.
I'm gonna need you to slow your words down and put some periods and commas and shit between there.
Well, you know I talk fast, Craig. But anyways,
Carlton and I are gonna finish watching Bros tonight. We started it last night, but we ended up going to bed. But we're not gonna spend too much time on this subject because we got some more stuff we need to talk about. But what I was gonna say was, had you start sleeping with women now, Craig, I think you just try to test it out. But we ultimately know you got it. I can pull because I'd have been there before. You can pull what?
I'd have been there before.
You can pull what?
I'd have went to the lady pond.
And your point? You trying to say that I couldn't pull a woman?
I never said you couldn't pull a woman.
Okay, what are you insinuating?
Because
I be riding around in my car. Because I be driving around in my car, and women definitely have tried to holler from the driver's side.
That's just none of that. They thought you was a you give the illusion of a man. You do.
Well, what you get?
Oh, I'm a man. At the end of the day, my pronouns are he and him. And his. Yours is she, her, it, they. Girl, we're not on the same caliber, honey. But I really do.
Onyx said, Lady Stafford, you're a queen. Child, move on.
No, but I really wish that you would have had the experience of.
I mean, I played with it.
No, but it's a difference with playing with it, smelling it, eating it, and actually going inside.
Well, you ain't still there, so what's the point?
I'm not.
I was just clear about who I was.
But
I didn't need to experiment to know my name.
One of my exes watching the
a woman.
Yeah, she a woman.
Another.
But no.
Another fool.
What I will say,
another one that he.
No. What I will say is this: I had the chance to say, okay, I have tried.
And what does it prove?
I experienced both, knowing that okay, well, you know what, I did try this. I didn't like it. It didn't make me feel how I want to be felt.
Because sexuality is instinctive. It's how we're wired. It's not about trying and sampling and shit like you at a smorgasbord. See, when you know your name. See, I knew my name. I knew my name at a very early age.
I knew my name too, Greg.
Well, that's why you were tiptoeing around like you were straight, fooling all these girls that's down here in the Instagram. And that girl that was at your house the other week when we did the live. You've played with a lot of girls.
I haven't played with a lot of girls.
A lot of their minds.
Don't say that.
You played with a lot of their minds, misleading them girls.
I was trying to figure out myself.
I
was trying to figure out myself.
Having them thinking.
I have been with a lot of
them thinking that you were, and you've been with a lot of men too. Having them think that they had a chance with you.
Well, baby, I did what I did, and I did how I do it.
Instead of
what Kanye say next, guys?
Instead of you doing this hookah business, you need to get into acting.
Why should I act, Craig?
Because you were acting like you were into these women. You were acting like you were straight.
Somebody said met Keon recently. Oh, he bought me a drink at the pop bar. He said met Keon recently, and he definitely ooze manly vibes. Keon has a different vibe face to face. I am a man, Craig. Just because you see the queen version of me.
First of all, you ain't got to try to convince me. You ain't got to try to convince me.
Because you be switching around.
Now, I don't know who this young lady is that thought you were a man. I'm just playing.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, Brandy, that's my girl. We had dinner last night. She made it back to LA. That's my girl.
Mm.
We met many years ago, before I ever even moved to LA, and she connected me with the young man that I was staying with, whose mother, I write about it in the second book. I was staying with the boy whose mother was in the wheelchair. Yeah.
All right, so since we're on this topic,
did you you didn't upload the thing that I sent you?
I can't upload it.
You just don't even be doing your job.
That wasn't my job, Craig.
I sent you.
You sent me something while I was at work. You know, I do work a 9 to 5.
Okay, go ahead. What?
Go ahead. We're gonna talk about that, and then we're gonna talk about this
the first openly gay
football
player, and he goes to Hampton University. We are not frozen. He goes to Hampton University.
What are your thoughts about that, Craig?
I think it's great. I think it's fine time. And I think he's going to open up the door for many other ones that are probably already closeted. Not just at Hampton, but at other places as well.
There's plenty of them in the
NFL.
NFL. Well, that's where he at. He in the NFL.
No, he's at Hampton. I just said he was at Hampton.
Girl, but he plays football is what I'm saying.
That ain't the NFL.
But he's going into the NFL.
Stupid.
Look, don't be trying to use that on me. That's how he's stupid.
She's stupid.
But what I'm saying is, Craig, pro ball is pro ball. And college ball is college ball. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Okay, he's at Hampton.
Okay, but she's playing college ball. But anyways, girl, it's going to open the door. Like I was saying, it's going to open
the door.
I
was actually saying that. Said it's going to open doors. Girl, you were busy trying to put him in the NFL.
And...
God, I need you to research these stories when we come together, okay?
No. You ain't got to, because, bitch, you don't be having your shit together. What I'm saying is, but it's going to open the door. I think that they need that because it's a lot of people that's in the NFL. It's a lot of people that play college ball that are closeted. And that is DL that is around here. After 12 o'clock, they around here knocking on the dorm door.
That's right. And because he doesn't look the part of what people imagine gay looks like, it's going to change the way people see the community as well. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't look soft, he doesn't look feminine, and I think that sometimes gives people permission to live their truth. Because I know there are a lot of men who struggle with being
themselves,
queer or whatever, because they think that being gay or queer means that you got to be ultra feminine or you know what I mean. And it's just like, no, you still can be your own.
Right. And you know what I think, and that's when we call them the straights, but that's why I laugh when straight people say that, because they say, wait a minute, you don't look gay, or wait a minute, you don't act gay. Because I think back in the day when you're a gay,
Who said that to you? Anybody ever said that to you?
People have said that to me.
Not recently.
Yes, recently. Whatever, Craig. Bitch, stop beating around. So stop trying to put me in this queer pod. Or yes, you see a different side of me because you just see a different side of me.
Because you're so comfortable in your gayness.
I'm comfortable in front of
everybody. This little
I have on that
this little gay anklet. Put it this way. You can stretch your leg this way. Look at that.
I wear an anklet.
I don't know. No straight man walking around with no anklet.
There's some around here walking around with it. Now, we set the trend just like they walk around with skinny jeans. But what I was saying was, Craig, back in the day, when you said somebody was gay, they automatically thought flamboyant.
Well, I just said that. You're just using different words.
No, that's not what you said.
That is what I said. I said because he's not the stereotype of what.
Well, you didn't let me finish going where I was going. Okay,
well,
so I landed the plane.
Okay, well, get there.
I done landed the plane, girl. No, I done landed the plane. The plane has landed. So the passenger's getting off. You finish. I'm gonna go make me another drink. You want one too?
I've already drank mine. No. I thought the rest that was in there.
That was moonshine.
No, bitch, that was watermelon vodka. Jack made that the other day.
Go ahead. Finish the story.
I don't even know what I was gonna say now. You just damn distracted me. I don't know any straight men that wear no anklets either.
It is straight men who wear anklets, Greg, as fashion.
Straight man?
Well, straight, want to be straight, DL.
What are you, 28?
Yes.
You sure?
Bitch, yes, I know how old I am. And how old are you, 46?
Yes, whore.
Okay. Bitch, don't you know your age? I know mine.
I'm 18 years older than you.
Right, Craig. We all know you.
Scott and I were talking about this the other day. Yep. No, that was today. And I said, yes, I am 18 years older than Keon. Because Scott was like, oh, I'm 20 years older than you. I was like, you are not 20 years older than I am.
Well, y'all look good to be some old queens. Y'all do. Y'all look good to be old queens.
Let me explain something to you. I just learned yesterday that this girl that I used to work with back in 2003 or 4, she died. She was younger than me, 43. And I thought about you and all you other young folk. Younger.
This
folk.
bitch always trying to put me in the grave. Greg, you want to bury me?
No. Because
You always trying to put me in the ground.
No, what I'm saying is, she was young. She was 43. If somebody told you that you're going to leave this planet at 43, bitch, that's young.
That is very young. 50 is young to me.
Well, you always saying I'm old. I mean.
Well, girl, it just be for kikis and ha-has. But you're still partially young. Now, you get ready to jump over the gate.
I'm not trying to
go to the second, to go to the third level.
All I'm saying is she died of somebody that we know mutually messaged me yesterday on Instagram. She said, hey, I don't know if you remember me, da-da-da-da. And she told me that the girl died August 6th. Well, her funeral was, she died August 6th. That was the day my mother left to go back to Maryland. I had left the day before to get the house and stuff ready. And I was just like, oh my God, like she died. But she had stopped speaking to me years ago. Never knew why. And the person who told me also said, yeah, she stopped speaking to me. Our relationship was kind of funky too. But she had a pulmonary embolism.
Explain to the people in the GD section what that is.
You mean you want to know what it is? It's a blood clot in her bloodstream, and it can travel and it can kill you. Like if it ends up in your brain.
Oh my God! I just said this today.
What?
It ain't always the leaning tree that fall first. I just said that today.
Well, right. So in this case, I'm 46. She was 43.
You know what? I'm not gonna say that, Craig.
Yeah.
Because you nasty. You want me?
No, I'm just saying.
You want me to go? You want me to get on Beyonce's internet? You want me to show out?
Because your theory is, if you're younger than me, that I'm automatically.
No, here's why I said that. Because you always talk about, how I look older than you, and my leg messed up, and you just say I'm just a broke down. But just because you claim I'm broke down, honey, and you go to the gym and you eat leaves all the time. What I'm saying is, it's not always the leaning tree that fall first, bitch. You may, girl, I hate to say this, but girl, you may drop tomorrow.
Well, girl, that ain't happening because God knows I have plenty more to do here on this earth.
You don't know when to go.
Oh no, I know.
You don't know when to go.
Oh, I know. So I don't know when to go.
I don't know when you gonna call mine.
I know it ain't no time soon for me. I do know that.
Oh well, you wrote,
and I'm just saying,
you wrote your life.
You know what? But the thing is, you got this foot and ankle thing. And these
knock-ass knees.
And them knock-ass knees. And as you get over 40, if you haven't preserved yourself the way that I and some of these people have, you're gonna be in a tough spot. When it rains, when it gets cold, you're gonna probably have to move back to Florida so that the temperature is better for your joints and stuff.
You know what, bitch? I'll let you have them. I'm gonna piss me like a drink. Because you know what? It's cold out, bro.
And then you got a head start on this hookah. You smoke hookah and shit more than you drink water.
What my hookah business got to do with
Well, because all that stuff clouded into your
Well, bitch, you eat all these different type of edibles. You don't know who, when, and how they cook it, girl. Then you want to call yourself eating leaves all the time, girl. You ain't checked out before me. Am I in your will? What? Am I in your will? Because I'm your only child. Okay.
This bitch trying to set me up.
If something happened to you, I gotta take care of everything. Because you ain't married. I know you got a little man stay right in the corner, but family act the fool when the person died.
You ain't never lied.
Family act the fool when the person died. Now I'm your only child. Now I love Carlton, but he ain't got no say so, because y'all ain't married. That's what Gladys gonna tell him. And me and Glove will be right there. That's right.
So I would love to know who would try to get in this house.
Girl, me. Ain't nobody's coming up here. I'm the child.
Now, so you been having like your little hookah parties over here?
Now, if I go before you, bitch, I gotta change my will up real quick. I need to go change it anyway.
You got a will?
I have benefits on my insurance and everything.
What you leaving somebody?
Girl, you ain't see my house?
Well, you renting that, so how you gonna leave a rental?
What's in there, everything is paid for.
Even that computer that came from the pawn shop?
Bitch, my computer not come from the pawn shop. Stop saying that.
Rental.
It came from Aaron's.
Aaron's rental. I knew it was one of them rental places. What they down there saying?
I don't know, child.
So wait a minute. So wait, you got a will?
Yes.
Is George still in it?
Girl, yes. Girl, you was a messy queen.
Look.
Yes.
Oh my God. My nephew Chase's birthday was yesterday, and he called me yesterday. I felt so horrible. He called me yesterday on FaceTime. I was like, hey. He said, Craig. I said, what's up? He and my mother have the same birthday. And I was so busy focused on my mother that this is the first time I forgot. He said, Craig, today is my birthday. He said, you don't never forget. I felt so hard because I don't. I felt so. He said, you don't never forget. He said, you usually the first one to call me. He said, I'm looking like, okay, it's getting later.
Where my auntie ain't, she ain't called me today.
He said, I figured I was gonna call you. I said, what's your cash app? He said, right, let me send that over.
You felt bad. Craig, what you think about this? Not the dinner story from your nephew, but I want to hear that.
No, that's it.
What do you think about the janitor who urinated in the woman's water bottle and she called it STD?
And she called an STD. That's disgusting.
People are nasty.
That is disgusting. Like, it literally is disgusting. Like, how do you just pee in? Like, what is, like, you're so morally corrupt and just morally bankrupt. Like, how do you just go and pee in somebody's water bottle? You gonna read the comments or you listen? We gonna talk?
I'm talking to, but girl, they had to say some stuff in the.
That is so disgusting.
Yeah, people just, let me say this, we talk about this all the time, but sometimes people don't have their screws in their head.
But
I don't think you could be mentally stable.
I didn't know you could.
I
didn't know you could get an STD from the pee, though, from the urine. I'm sure you could detect it, but I didn't know you could get it from drinking it.
Well, my next question is, I look at everything that I put around. Bitch, you didn't see that pee was a little dark, that water was a little dark.
Unless he peed in like a thermos that she was drinking.
They said a water bottle, so I don't know.
Well, that's my water bottle, but look at that green bottle. Unless it was something like that.
But the taste of, well, shit, I don't know, Craig.
Maybe she put a little bit of that flavor in there and she didn't know.
I don't know, because let me tell you something. Even to when
she had a little Crystal Light in it. Y'all need to stop drinking that Crystal Light because it has a cancer agent in it.
You know what? I was somebody was saying too. You know, everything that say vegan is not good for you, Craig.
It's not always vegan. That's why you got to look at the ingredients. Because that's just Carlton and I were just talking about this recently. We were saying like terms like CBD,
mm-hmm.
people putting products on stuff, manufacturers putting product names like vegan. That's just because it's popular. They'll put plant-based. That's just because that's what's out in the zeitgeist.
Mhm.
And that's, you know what I mean? It's a buzzword.
Right.
And then people go, oh, let me go see what this is. Just like acai, everything got acai now.
Mhm.
And it's just like, okay, I'm not buying it.
Right. What's that that you was gonna put on here so we can talk about?
Crystal Light has, I would have to look at the ingredients and tell you exactly what it is, but it has a cancer agent, something that causes cancer, carcinogens. I can't think of what it is now, though. I would have to look at the ingredients, but put that shit down.
Yeah, you sent me something. What were we supposed to be talking about? We talked about that already.
I sent you something else, too.
No, you didn't.
It was that stepmother or something.
No, somebody else had sent me something, too. Samantha Ellis. She always sending me stuff.
Samantha who?
Ellis.
I don't know her either. I sent you this.
I didn't get that, Craig.
Well, it's right in our text thread.
His location was on, and she had noticed a change in the pattern, so she started being.
A lot of women leaving men to be single parents. But I didn't watch the whole thing because that was 2 minutes, and I didn't have 2 minutes.
Yeah, but we talked about that too. A lot of women are getting into this mindset. Like we talked about this a few weeks ago, how women are becoming like they're taking all the man jobs, like becoming the truck driver. And
it has aspartame. Thank you, Sherry Coons. See, my people be on it. That's why I say good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. It has aspartame in it.
Samantha Ellis said, check it. Well, I checked it. Excuse me, Samantha.
Yeah, it has aspartame and crystal light. So stay away from that. Go ahead, finish what you were saying.
But what I was saying was, it's something about this generation or how the world is changing, because like I was telling you a few weeks ago, how women are now you see more women taking on what we would say a man's job or a man duty, truck driving and going to just do different things that growing up a man would do traditionally. And it goes back to how women are now, like you said, raising their kids alone, and you don't see the 2-parent household anymore as a norm. So it's just like women really feel that they don't need a man nowadays. Like
right,
and I feel that a man always should be present.
Out of sight, out of mind. Say not too much, Keon, because I'm a CDL holder. That's what she said.
Well, I'm not talking about
get it together.
People. That's not what I'm saying. And I'm gonna say what I'm saying. I'm gonna say how I say it. But I'm not talking about women who are CDL drivers or who drive trucks. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is women nowadays really feel that they don't need a man for anything. They have got more independent than dependent in this generation or this time frame.
Now, do you think that's a good or bad thing?
I really think that. Honestly, I think it's a bad thing.
Why?
This is why I say that, because I feel for a household, a woman can't teach a man how to be a man.
Okay.
That's number one.
Yeah.
And two, I feel like damn all.
Watch this.
No, don't watch this.
No, go ahead.
Because I want you to gather me.
No,
I
am.
I'm talking about for a household standpoint.
Okay.
Gladys couldn't teach you how to be a man.
Okay.
Even though you're a woman. But she couldn't teach you how to be a man.
Okay.
Just like women nowadays can't teach a man or a little boy how to be a man. They can try, but it takes a man to teach a man how to be a man.
Okay, so what happens when you gays are raising kids? And it's 2 men in the household.
But that's still
and you're raising a daughter.
Well, even though
he can't teach her about her period and menstrual cycle,
maybe
he cannot. But he can. What he can do, because if I have a little girl, she can be a bad girl. Because what I'm going to teach her is your total existence is not about being here on this earth to be somebody's wife or woman.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a wife or a woman, but like I think that the way that we've raised little girls, it's like we raise them, train them almost to be a wife. Like your life is incomplete unless you have a man. And you have so many women and so many girls that they live for just that, because that's how they've been conditioned in this society. But it's just like, no.
So
you think it's a bad thing?
So I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna come back. We going back and forth, girl.
Because you and George were over there raising them little kids in that little gay relationship y'all had.
Okay, but at the same time, I can't teach a woman a little girl how to be a full woman. Now, do I have women tendencies or do I have?
Yes, you do.
I do. I only can teach her so much, just like a woman can teach a man so much. Being gay, so I'm gonna jump back to what you said the first time. Being in a gay relationship, raising a man how to be a man. At the end of the day, we're still men. At the end of the day. However, I'm not going to teach, even though I'm in a homosexual relationship, I'm not going to teach my son how to be gay. I'm not going to teach that. You choose and you live.
Well, how do you choose? See, this is
no.
Hold on. This is where we differ. You talking about you're not. You said you're not going to teach him how to be gay, and then you said, what did you say after that? You said I'm not going to teach him how to be gay, and I'm not going to. What did you say after that, Kaya? Get out the comments.
I said that I'm not going to teach him how to be gay or introduce. Well, I didn't say this part, but what I was meaning is introduce him to that lifestyle.
But see, this is where we're different. Because see, you're not teaching or training him anything. Sexuality is instinctive. It's how we're wired. So you can't teach him to be gay.
Okay, but this is
and
why
you're a queen in the community. So you need to stop saying that to these people.
No, but what I am saying is, Craig, just how you watch somebody or just how you look up to
you watched your mother and father and you a punk. You weren't straight. You pretended for many years.
But
you can't teach that.
No, but what I'm saying is, Craig, in a homosexual relationship, right? Follow me now. Follow. I want you to follow me. I was in the
I'm trying. God knows I am.
What I'm saying is, even in a homosexual relationship, your child, to a certain standpoint, your child's going to mimic what you do. Or that,
but no, I don't think that when it comes to sexuality, though.
Why not?
I don't believe that.
My girl cousins was telling me how that man was doing this or her doing, and I was like, well, girl, I want to see how I feel.
Because you were a fag.
No.
But what I'm saying is, if your cousin was talking about what a woman was doing to her, you would have been like, "Ooh, let me see her do it to me." That was a part of who you are.
I don't agree, Craig.
Okay, you don't have to, and that's why there are a lot of straight folks that think that y'all walking around here choosing to be punks.
So,
and speaking of that, let's go into this Kanye bullshit and this foolishness. First of all, the George Floyd family is suing him for $250 million for putting that bullshit out there on the Drink Champs podcast.
Wait, start over again.
Stop reading the comments.
Kaya.
Right.
Start over.
George
Floyd.
Floyd.
That woman better not ever say nothing about me, because the first time she say something about me on this platform, you thought she read y'all.
No, she ain't ever read me. She read Madison.
You're a messy hoe.
Kaya likes me. But wait, so
as much as I can't win, she better like me too. Bitch.
But what I was gonna say was George Floyd's family is suing Kanye for $250 million because he put that bullshit out there on the Drink Champs podcast saying that George Floyd didn't die from the cop's knee being on his neck. He died from fentanyl. And toxicology reports and all that shit, autopsies and shit, all that already proves that the man died from asphyxiation, basically being choked.
Right.
And it's just like, so you're gonna go ahead and say that. But my point is, in that Drink Champs podcast, it was getting so many views, they just snatched it down off of YouTube. But my point is, for you to put that kind of misinformation out there when you know you already got white folks walking around here trying to act like, well, what did he do before the camera started rolling? He should have just been obedient. And then your black ass get over here on this podcast and gonna say, oh, well, he really died from fentanyl.
Right. But you see Ray J jumped on the bandwagon too. You know, Ray J backing him up too nowadays.
Ray J ain't got the brain of a pea. I'm not interested in nothing Ray J got to say. Period. That's Brandy's little brother.
No, don't do that, bitch, because you know before she fired you, you was her.
She ain't fired me, bitch. I told them people to get me on the plane and send me back to Atlanta.
Before she fired, you know that's what killed me with you punks. Because
Get me back to Atlanta.
you did that same thing with TP. And now you can't say anything he right. You did.
Well, no, I don't like Tyler Perry stuff because I just don't like his stuff. I don't have an issue with him. I don't like his work.
So if Tyler Perry called you today to go work for him, what would you do?
I'm gonna make sure that I get a lot to say. Am I gonna be able to write what I need to write? Maybe I can help him.
He do better now, Craig.
Yeah, well, I won't know because I'm not watching it. But here's the thing. And I'm also Noriega, the host over there at Drink Champs. He had a business for gaslighting that bullshit either, for even putting that out. Because as a black person, why would you put that shit out there? And he's talking about, oh, well, you know, I'm just using my journalistic. No, first of all, you ain't no journalist. You're not a journalist.
Well, what is he, Craig?
Somebody who got a microphone and a channel on YouTube. You're not a journalist.
So what do you think people call us?
I don't know what they call you, but I have a degree. my degree is in that office over there. Peek over there and grab it.
Girl, they printed that shit out.
Grab it off the shelf. In fact, let me bring y'all.
Well, I have a degree in
Yeah, see, mine is right here. There's mine. Mm-hmm.
Well, girl, mine's at the house. Because you ain't came to my house. Mine's at the house.
You ain't got a degree. But at any rate, I just feel like Noriega.
But if and however, continue on, Queen.
Somebody said Tyler Perry stuff is getting worse. But he was capitalizing off of the controversy. And I'm glad that YouTube took it down. And I actually said that under the comments on Sean King's video. I said, we really need to start holding each other accountable for shit like that. And see, part of the reason that shit slides and things pass through is because more of us don't stand up and check each other. Mm-hmm. Because we're so afraid of being called a hater. We're so afraid of being, saying that you trying to stop somebody bag. No, it's called holding people accountable, being accountable for shit. Like that was just irresponsible for them to even air that, knowing he sat on there and said that George Floyd died from fentanyl. And I think we all know by now that the man did have a substance abuse problem. Mm-hmm. Because I think that came out, the white journalists tried to put that out, try to color him. Just like they tried to color Trayvon Martin in a negative light. They tried to say that he had been suspended from school for marijuana. Who gives a fuck? All that shit them white kids be doing out there in them goddamn suburbs, doing them at them rave parties and all them fucking prescription drugs and all that other shit.
They do a whole bunch of shit.
Right. But the difference is they're allowed to go into treatment, and they send our black asses to jail. Mm-hmm. Speaking of going to jail, when they gonna let all these black people out that have marijuana charges? When we getting out of jail? When they letting us out of jail? But we got to check each other. But I just think that that's part of the reason why, bad movies come through, bad TV shows come through, subpar entertainment, music, because nobody wants to stand up and say, that ain't
well,
cool.
Everybody want to be put on now.
Everybody want to be put on.
Everybody want to be put on, and everybody.
But I think.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
But I think a big problem is because people like us, when a Kanye or Noriega puts out a podcast like that, y'all not reporting the video. Y'all not reaching out to YouTube saying, take that shit down. Or, when the industry, because it's a black film, because it's a black person that created the film and wrote the film or whatever, we just support it just because it's black instead of holding them accountable and saying, no, we require better quality work. Right. We need better told stories. You know what I mean? Like there needs to be a balance. Okay, yeah, we can shuck and jive, but we also need Ava DuVernay type stories as well. You know what I mean? But so few of us, because I don't give a damn, so few of us are afraid to speak up and say, no, that shit was trash, because we're so afraid of being called a hater. I don't give a damn about nobody calling me no hater. I ain't no hater. But it's just like, because if it was a Quentin Tarantino movie and I said, oh, that shit was garbage, nobody would give a damn. But because I say I don't like Tyler Perry shit, people are like, oh, you just hating because he didn't help you, or you just hating blah, blah, blah. No, it ain't. If it was Steven Spielberg putting that bullshit out, I'd be like, that's some trash.
Well, everybody's not like you, Craig.
What do you mean, Keon?
Everybody is not like you. Everybody is not a person that's want to stand up for what's right or what they believe in. Everybody is not a person that, and it's sad to say, but not a lot of people are. A lot of people are not leaders. A lot of people follow the bandwagon. A lot of people follow the trend. A lot of people follow what other people feel is right because they don't feel that their point is valid or their opinion matter. So with that being said, you have it's a lot of things that slip through the cracks. It's a lot of things that people let just go over and brush under the rug.
And the same thing with music.
Yeah,
especially if you look at hip hop. Like we have this whole conversation. Alexa, stop! Reminder, damn it. She keeps saying the same shit over and over. But the thing too is, it's just like with the hip hop industry. It's the norm now that rappers say bitches and hoes and da-da-da.
Right.
Now on this end of it, 30, 40 years into hip hop, now we're talking about.
Yes. Well, I'm glad y'all agreeing with what I said. Go ahead, Craig. I'm listening.
Now we see people saying, well, we need to stop rappers from calling out women bitches and hoes. Well, it was people who believed that back then.
Back in the day.
In the beginning, when it was first starting, but nobody really wanted to speak up. And it was like, well, we got First Amendment rights and it's freedom of speech and we should be able to all this other bullshit. But we don't think about the long-term effects of what it does to our women, our little girls, like being called bitches and hoes. They don't do that shit in Jewish music. They ain't having that.
But then also too, Craig, you gotta think about this too. Our times have literally changed. Just think about the music that is put out nowadays. Yes, bitches and hoes and all that was called back in the day, right? But it was called, they were just called that. But now you have, I think now everything is more sexual.
What do you mean they were just called that? That's my point. The words have power. Words last. Words stick.
Right. However, but you got calling them that now with that, just saying bitching, hoes, or whatever, however you want to put it. Now you add the sexual part into it. Now it's okay. It's more okay for that to be happening nowadays. Just
what's more okay?
So back in the day, it was like, well, I don't want to be called a bitch or be called a hoe or whatever. Nowadays, it's more acceptable. Like it's okay for we to say, okay, you bitch or you hoe, etc., etc.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because it's no longer an inflammatory word.
Right, but what I'm saying is too,
because we've normalized it.
Right, adding on to that now, just listen to the music now versus just listen to the early 2000 music versus nowadays music, right? Everything now is more sexualized. Yeah. You have literally every song you hear on the radio, damn near is talking about sex. With that being said, it's now, look how everything it have corrupted our minds and our brains. Like, there's no meaning to it besides sex now. Look at Instagram, look at Twitter, look at, like, I don't even know, do you still own DVD porn?
I ain't never owned porn.
But you watch it.
I never really watched it. I mean, like, if I'm on Twitter or something, I might get locked in the trance and I might be looking. But even as a kid, like, I never owned DVDs that were porn. That just was never my thing.
Speaking of Tika, you see I'm wearing your hoodie tonight. Tika's watching on Instagram. But go ahead. Because you ain't know who she was. But go ahead, finish. Girl, finish your story before you lose your train of thought.
You done giving shout outs?
Well, girl, we were just talking about supporting black businesses and supporting black people. So I'm supporting a black person tonight, okay?
We were not talking about that.
Well,
but no, what I'm saying is, if we had stopped it 30, 40 years ago, when the whole Dolores C. Tucker was out here and Dionne Warwick was saying that, they need to stop, rappers need to stop saying certain things and calling women bitches and hoes. Can you imagine the kind of society we might live in now? Like, think of how we may see black women now. We may not see them in the same regard as we see them now, right? Because we allowed it to happen.
Right. I want to end the live with this because I know we're going to be getting off here soon. But I had seen this post on Facebook, actually. I seen this post on Facebook, and I want to get y'all thoughts and opinions, and we can talk about it a little bit. So I seen the post on Facebook. It said, Being cheated on ain't that deep, but y'all not ready for that conversation.
What you think?
Being cheated on ain't that deep, but y'all not ready for that conversation. I was gonna ask you what you think before I go into it. And y'all can comment in the comment section tonight.
I have always wondered how couples get through that. Like when you know the person you've been in a relationship with has been in a full-on relationship with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been going on for months or years, and they basically have a whole relationship going.
I'm not rushing y'all off.
I have never really understood how a couple bounces back from that. Because that's deception on a whole nother level. Like you had a whole nother life, you know what I mean? There was emotion and all of that kind of stuff involved. You know what I mean? It wasn't like you just fucked one time and you realized you made a mistake. Even in that instance, it's just like, I don't know if I can overcome that. You know what I'm saying? It really, really, truly depends on the scenario. And as I've got,
what do you mean by scenario?
Like, if I find that you've been having a relationship with somebody and you've been having sex and you basically ducking and dodging behind my back, and that's a whole different thing. I don't think I'm trying to overcome that. I'm not going to try to work through that, you know. But if it was a thing where you came to me and said, you know, I made a mistake, you know, it only happened one time, I might. And you only really know what you would do when you're in that circumstance. I might be willing to try to overcome it, and you know what I mean? But I don't know. But what I'm learning as I get older is when you see couples that have been together for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, I'm not saying that cheating happens in all of those relationships. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is they have been through to the fire and back.
Yep.
You can't get to 20, 30 years and just have a relatively smooth relationship.
I agree.
You gotta be able to work through some shit. And again, I'm not saying it has to be cheating and deception and all of that. It could be a thing of he lost his job for 6 months or a year and you had to carry the family. Or he slipped into a depression because he lost his job. So not only was he not able to contribute financially, but he checked out because he was in depression because he was behind his job. You know what I mean?
So they give you a right to cheat?
I'm not talking about cheating.
Okay.
What I'm saying is if you're in a relationship with somebody long term, it's not always about cheating. Sometimes your partner may have lost their job. And because they're not able to contribute financially, they're now in a mental depression where they're not even their full self. So now you got a partner that can't contribute financially and he didn't checked out. But if you can overcome that and still be together and that person comes through that depression, what I'm saying is relationships are not for the weak at heart. They're not for the faint at heart. They're not. And I say this all the time.
It ain't.
It's not. And I say this all the time for all the people like, well, I just want to have a boo and it's getting cold and what they call cuffing season is cuffing season. Bitch, fuck all of that. You got to be able to, and I say this religiously, relationships are the place that we go to learn and grow. And if you're not interested in learning and growing, a relationship is not where you need to be because you're forever changing, you're forever growing, you're morphing into somebody else and something different. It's uncomfortable, it's inconvenient, but it's also blissful. You know what I mean? You have a partner to do stuff with and you know, share life with. Like tonight, I ran and picked up dinner this time because Carlton was working on an event. But then there are plenty of times that I got shit going on and I come to the house and he's cooking. So it's nice to have that teamwork. But it's not, those aren't just the, I think most people look at relationships and fantasize about this blissful thing that's 24/7.
Right.
And it is not.
But we talk about this all the time, how when you get to the rough part of
people ready to run.
The rough part of your relationship, you get ready, you run.
Listen, and it's like people, because people only want to be in relationships for the fun shit. You only want to be there for the fun. So, oh, we got stuff and we gonna wear our little shit together to Six Flags and King's Dominion.
Our cute little matching
right. And you got somebody to help you pay your cell phone bill when your money a little funny or put a little gas in your car.
But then there also too, it explains how we was talking. I really feel that we talk about this all the time, but I don't feel that I'm in my generation, but I don't feel that I'm a part of my generation. The reason why I say it is because I always thought that I was old. Like I'll really be thinking that I'm like in y'all generation for real. But what I mean by that is because, like I always say, and I tell people that I date or people that I talk to, I'm used to seeing my parents together through thick and thin, up and down, whatever. That shit wasn't broken. Now they may have went through some dark ass shit, but they didn't break. And so, and I'm used to that.
But then you don't even know everything that they've been through.
I don't. And I say they have been through some deeper and dark shit.
And I think there are a lot of things that you experience in your relationship that needs to stay in your relationship. You don't need counsel on everything.
And that includes something.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Okay. Because the people
they picking up what the fuck I'm putting down. You don't need counsel for everything. You don't need to go to your girlfriends or your homeboys or your family about every aspect of your relationship. Some things you got to figure out with your partner. Some things need to stay in that relationship. Nobody needs to know about certain things. You know what I mean? And that was something that I had to learn. And I had to learn.
And too many people in your relationship.
I learned that shit in my 20s. You know, because what happens if I come to you telling you all of the things that me and Carlton going through and what I struggle with and your perception of him is going to be slanted.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if I don't come back and tell you all of the beautiful things. Oh, he had this beautiful lunch set up for me. And if I don't balance that shit out, or if I only come and dump on you and tell you that nigga did this, and this, and he pissed me off, you're going to be like, oh, I don't like that motherfucker.
I don't like that.
But if I balance it, and I say, oh my God, he did the most beautiful thing. But some things you just don't need to share.
Even not the good things.
That too. Some things you just don't need to share. Because sometimes a bitch, well, if he's that good, let me try to sample it by myself. But in all honesty, though, I really truly believe that most people look at relationships and think, oh, I want that. But they don't really want the work that comes. And the work is really about you. Because, and I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. A lot of times we go into relationships looking to teach.
And we need to be taught.
You're there to learn. We go in trying to be the instructor. But no, you're there to learn.
You need to be the student.
It's all about what you're,
hey, y'all need to sit down.
It's all about what you're supposed to learn and gather. From every experience that you have. But then the other thing about being in a relationship, you got a partner who they got mood swings, just like you got mood swings. Sometimes they don't feel like being bothered. Sometimes I don't feel like being bothered. You understand what I'm saying? And so there are going to be times that I can't take shit personally because Carlton is in a mood. Mm-hmm. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right.
That's his mood. But see, sometimes people take it personally. Well, I don't know why he acting like that.
You know,
girl, he's a human. He's
You know what relationship that I adore the most?
Why?
I adore a lesbian relationship couple the most.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you this. Outside of a homosexual relationship, outside of a heterosexual relationship, a lesbian relationship, they go through things, but you see them work shit out. You see them fighting. You see them going through actions. You hear about people, everybody break up. But a lesbian relationship, they know how to, for me, or what I have experienced, they know how to get through that rough path. They know how to get through that rough patch. Now, I'm not saying it's easy.
You mean in comparison to gay men?
To gay men, yeah.
I would agree partially to what you're saying.
Why partially?
Because I don't think that's across the board. Because I know some lesbians that break the fuck up. Okay? But generally speaking,
I'm talking about overall. We're not talking about you.
If I had to do a test, I would be willing to bet that women, just because women are more balanced in the way that they think, women are, and you got two women in a relationship, they typically will have the tools that men don't have, communication tools that men don't have. Now, that doesn't mean that they don't have issues and they don't have struggles. That doesn't mean that they don't have toxic relationships, because they fight too. But I think when it comes to a meeting of the mind, sometimes they can get there faster and quicker than we can. Because men are just so proud. And a lot of times men don't want to admit when they're wrong. But going back, somebody in the comments said, well, what have you learned in the relationship? Like, what are you learning in your relationship? Part of what you're supposed to be learning is whatever you've been challenged with all of your life, the things that your family and your friends can never get you to see. That's what your relationship should be able to teach you. Because you have a soft spot in your heart for that person. They can, if they're a good partner, can show you the parts of yourself that you've been struggling with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what partnership is to me. And when I say to people all the time, you need to be with somebody that's going to hold you accountable to who you are. Whether it's you saying you're going back to school, you going to start a business, or you just got fucking trust issues, or you got patience issues, or you're just a nasty person to people in general.
Right.
Like, you trusted this person to be your partner. So then you should also trust them to be able to show you how you show up in the world.
Right.
And you not be all nasty, like, wow. You know, because some people can't even take a lesson from their partner. But it's like, this is who you chose.
I'm going to give you the mic.
Should be able to call you on your bullshit. Exactly.
Right.
Your partner should be able to call you on your bullshit without you getting all bent out of shape and pissed off. Because that's your partner. You know? But, you know, I just think people get into relationships for the superficial sides. You know, I want somebody to have fun with and go to dinner. But when it comes to them really, when it really comes to doing the work and challenging your growth as a person, I said this to a motherfucker that I dated.
Getting too comfortable.
Right. I said this to a motherfucker I dated years ago. I said, you know what? I said, this is after we broke up. I said, you know what I realized about you? I said, you like being in relationships with these motherfuckers that it's easy to be with. They don't challenge you the way I challenge you. They allow you to get away with your bullshit. They allow you to slide and do, you know what I mean? Nobody holds you accountable. And so it's you like being in these easy relationships because you're the most interesting. You know.
For me, you know what? A lot of people get with people for looks, and you know, oh, she's fine or she's sexy or it's a baby. If their mind ain't together, that's pretty much it. That's it for me. Like I think I grew out of and I was talking about this today too. I said how I grew out of the stage of having the thrill of fucking with trade. That don't excite me no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, that was an adrenaline rush. I'm here to keep you on. That was an adrenaline rush because for me, and I wrote about this. I think I wrote about this in my second book, One Thing for Certain. There was a time in my life that I got off on the idea of getting with these guys that were severely closeted because it reassured my insecurities and my sexuality. Because if I was able to get with a guy who was really closeted, who wasn't out, but he and I could go out to eat and hang out in public, I'm like, oh, nigga, I'm passing. He ain't uncomfortable around me. It validated my ego.
Right.
And so that was part of my attraction and high. And then when I realized who I was, it was just like, I ain't got to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't validate me.
Right.
You know what I mean? But and I think that's what happens with a lot of trans girls. They you know, they think they're real pussy when they with a guy.
Girl.
But you know, sometimes the trans girls, they love getting with the trade boys because they really feel pussy. And when I say pussy, I mean real feminine.
That girl, like
passable.
Yeah.
They like, oh, I'm really passable.
I'm real fish.
Right.
If he's willing to fish, real women.
Right. If he's willing to be out in public with you in the daylight, I think that sometimes is an ego stroke.
Yeah.
But I had to get myself off that train. I'm like, that ain't no fucking ego stroke for me.
Yeah, I could pass it. I've been stopped fucking with Trey.
And it was something also about me being able to knock him down.
Me too, bitch. Me too.
Oh, you say you don't like dick? Oh, come here, let me show you.
And you know, I actually talked about this. Me, my sister, her friends, we all went to dinner 2 weeks ago.
Let me show you how to take it.
We were saying because it was one of her friends. She had a brother there, and I didn't know he was gay until my sister told me. Like, he's very masculine. Like, you wouldn't tell he was part of the community or whatever. So we was talking, and I said, you're a part of the community.
You did all of that?
No, I ain't do all that, but I'm just saying, like, you're a part of the community or whatever.
You were asking him, or you were telling
Yeah,
him?
no, I was asking him. So he was just saying, because what I try to get my sister them to understand is that because they have in the mindset, they really are fucked up. And I told her this.
Oh.
My sister. And I tell her, because I can call home live right now. What I told her is, I said, bitch, you really fucked up because she have a mindset that every man is gay into proving innocent. And I said, you can't say that. I said, so because she recently got married. So I said, what would you do if your husband told you as a teenage boy he jacked off with his homeboy? Or what was me and the other guy was really talking about some like deep shit. It's so funny because she just texted me. That's crazy. And she just texted me.
Did you exchange numbers?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You didn't think he was cute?
No, he wasn't. He was attractive, but I didn't. Yeah, I didn't exchange numbers with her. But yeah, but
the gays be booking ahead.
I told this what?
Ike Turner is always booking ahead.
No, I ain't booked. I ain't booked. No busy. I'm just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we were just talking. I was just saying, it's just something about busting down the trade.
Baby. And when they get to slobbing that knob.
And when I say busting down, I ain't talking about him bending you over. I'm talking about you bending him over. Because every man has what, Craig? And they what? they what? But y'all ain't ready for that conversation.
And on that note, you guys have an amazing evening tonight. Carlton and I will be going tomorrow out of town to Alabama. So I will be giving you all some Patreon. I probably will do a live as well. Is tomorrow Friday? Yeah, tomorrow is Fine Nigga Friday and $5 Friday. So I'm going to jump on the live tomorrow while we're driving. Mm-hmm. But I will definitely give you guys some Patreon while we're gone. So listen, thank you all for the cash. Oh, where's my phone so I can say thank you?
Thank you all for the cash out.
For the cash out.
Because, baby, I keep my phone on silent because, Craig, she a nosy queen. And she always be talking about when y'all send me something, don't send her nothing. So I ain't going to shout the people out. But, girl, thank y'all for those who did. Y'all know I always heart.
You can shout them out. Thank you, Barbara, Hyman, Melba. Melba sent 2. Thanks, niece.
One for me. So I need I need my gas money.
She said you are fucking hilarious. You're welcome, Melba. Thank you, Cassandra. Yolanda, Miyoka, Big Mike, Wayne Mills, Melba again. Melba sent 3.
Wayne got money, bitch. I will say that, girl. Wayne put stuff in the YouTube. He
Sheila,
cash apps, bitch. Wayne got some money.
Nicole.
Wayne, thank you for always supporting us.
Yes, thank you, Wayne.
Because Wayne show up.
We really appreciate that. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for hitting the share button, the subscribe button. Scott and I are going to be uploading that video, our conversation, tomorrow. We're going to upload it tomorrow.
And I promise y'all, I'm going to start back doing some solo stuff and doing some stuff.
Some solo stuff
on my channel.
Girl, you don't talk about that.
Girl, I talk about a whole bunch of stuff. That's your problem.
You don't talk about a damn
You'll be bored without me.
No, you full of shit.
No, girl, I'm not full of shit.
You're full of shit.
No,
I have a very good rapport with my people when I'm talking about myself. Good rapport with my people. And I have a really good thing going with Scott and Elliot and Ryan as well. And then Ryan and I do great together.
Oh, girl, definitely.
Girl, you think, girl, 2. You're not the one. You're the 2.
No, okay. I'm the one.
Look,
I ain't never the 2, honey. I'm the one. I'm the one.
You're not the one. You're the 2. Okay. Good night, Big Mike. Because
I'm sick of this old queen.
All right, you guys have an amazing night.
No, bitch. No. See, girl, you'll never let you're like a bitch that have a spotlight.
Have an amazing night, guys. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue.
Girl, what time are you leaving tomorrow?
I'm not sure yet. Whenever we get up. Thank you, Demetria. She said Craig works well with everyone.
No, but what hell of a no, bitch? Why you did that? See, you a nasty hoe. That's your problem. You're a nasty hoe. On that note, like I said, I'm the one. Never
she said Keon does bring up what? What does it say?
Girl, I don't know.
Keon does bring a je ne sais quoi to the Thursday night. She said, I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know either.
Craig, give Keon.
These are not my highest views. Can't be kept sit down somewhere. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Girl, the people keep you honest.